In a deeply troubling development, the Kinshasa government spokesperson is conditioning its so-called assistance for the Ebola outbreak on the complete withdrawal of AFC M23 from Goma and lectures neighboring Rwanda on how to deal with an epidemic outbreak.
Rwanda cannot, under no circumstances, close its border. We think that in order to give an effective response in regards to this epidemic and case in Goma, Rwanda has to leave out territory and its proxies so that we are more comfortable and better able.
This is peak hypocrisy. Rwanda has always assisted the people of Goma and opened its borders in times of natural catastrophes, like the volcanic eruptions, even when Goma was still under Kinshasa's control.
We came here fleeing the volcano and we were received well.
And we are still setting up the site. People are working to erect the shelters and to provide humanitarian assistance. And we thank the government because they made available trucks and logistics, also latrines.
Muyaya first said they were going to fight Ebola everywhere, including in zones under AFC M23 control. Then, later, said AFC should withdraw, placing political leverage above human lives.
We think that in order to give an effective response in regards to this epidemic and case in Goma, Rwanda has to leave out territory and its proxies so that we are more comfortable and better able.
The absurdity grows when you look at Kinshasa's actual record, where it does control territory.
I'm at Wampara Hospital. We're locked down here. Look at the protesters. They're angry. They're setting fire to the tents of Ebola patients because they want to forcibly retrieve the bodies.
The current outbreak began in Ituri province, centered on Bunia and surrounding health zones, Wampara inside Bunia itself and Mongwalu nearby. This is the 17th Ebola outbreak in the DRC, and Ituri is the same region where the massive 2018 epidemic began. Yet, under full Kinshasa administration, detection failed badly.
Well, the situation is complex. It's really difficult. As you know, we are at day 4 of the declaration of the outbreak, an outbreak that has been rampant and transmitting and disseminating silently for days before it was really properly diagnosed.
Local labs in Bunia could only test for the old Ebola Zaire strain. The new strain went undetected until samples finally reached the National Institute for Biomedical Research in Kinshasa. Health officials were seeing clear clinical signs of hemorrhagic fever and kept getting negative test results, but did not immediately escalate the samples. That delay allowed the virus to spread. The single confirmed case in Goma was the wife of a man from Bunia, showing that the virus had already reached Goma from territory Kinshasa fully controls. Once the case reached Goma, AFC M23 authorities and local health teams acted with urgency. The case was promptly identified, contacts were tracked, samples were sent for testing, and residents were urged to remain vigilant and follow protocols. That individual is under strict medical supervision. All known contacts have been identified and isolated per protocol. Tests conducted on 20th May 2026 identified a 28-year-old from Bukavu who had traveled from Kisangani. He sadly died before the diagnosis was confirmed, but his burial was carried out under full safety protocols for suspected cases. As of now, the outbreak has produced about 600 suspected and probable cases, dozens of confirmed infections, and over 130 deaths, with the numbers still climbing. If the scale continues, this could rank among the 10 largest Ebola outbreaks in history. Kinshasa is not merely failing to lead, it is actively weaponizing a deadly Ebola outbreak. Containing this virus must be the absolute, non-negotiable priority before it claims hundreds more lives. We will continue to follow this story closely.